This is part two of the very short steps that we're going through to do the most basic things that you need. So the first part was found under general settings. These are the most basic things that you need to do in order to have a website that's up and functioning within minutes after installing it. So we've already worked here in general settings, and in part two here we're going to go over a few other things that we need to incorporate. So the first one here under settings, again, left-hand side, you're going to go down to where it says permalinks. Left-hand side, settings, and permalinks. And this is, again, another one of those tweaks that you just want to set up right away from the get-go so your website is optimized for the search engines. What permalinks do is they actually allow your website to, basically allow search engines and allow users to see, what kind of content they're going to find on your page. For example, if you don't do this, this is what each one of your blog posts is going to look like. It's going to have a question mark and it'll be P equals 1, 2, 3, 101. So it's not going to look the most attractive. So if you come in here under permalinks, so again it's under settings, permalinks, you want to scroll down. You can go with different options here. Probably the best option is post name. So all you need to do is just see that little radio button there, just select post name. And then what you want to do here, you can skip this optional field. You can enter custom structures for your category and tag URL. So let's go ahead and just leave this as it is and choose Save Changes. Now watch what happens here when I refresh this. You'll notice it's going to look a whole lot cleaner, so that your links will actually incorporate the keywords or the title of the blog post you're working with. So that's the next thing you would want to do when you're first setting up your WordPress website, is go to Settings and then go to Permalinks. The next thing that you want to do is go right on over to where it says Writing. This is your writing settings. And right here you can actually, what you're going to find here, it's going to have an update service. Whenever you publish a post, you just want to make sure that that is all set up correctly. So what happens there is every time you blog something, it's going to send out a ping to pingomatic.com, and that's going to basically notify search engines and other websites that you've updated your content, which means your content gets refreshed rather quickly. By default, they only have one of these in here, and that's probably the best option to go with, is just leave it with Pingomatic as it is. So that's under writing. Under reading, under the settings here, you can choose how you want your website to display. There's two options here. You could go with a static page. So let's say you've set up a page here that every time people land on your website, they're going to see the same page. It could be, like a lead generation page, or it could be a variety of different reasons that you have this page set up, but that could be the page that people come to on your website. Or you can just go with your latest post, and you can actually choose how many posts you want to show up at once, and you can choose to choose full text or summary of your articles here. Generally, you're just going to leave that as it is from the get-go, because again, we're talking about how to get your website up as quick as possible. Okay, so the next thing we want to do here on the left-hand side, under settings, you're going to see different options. This one is very, very important. Under settings, click on privacy and make sure allow search engines to index this site is checked. It's very important, because if it's not checked, you're not going to end up getting traffic from the search engines, or it increases the chances that it's not going to happen. So always check, just double check the privacy settings to make sure allow search engines to index this site is checked. So make sure the little radio button, so not here, but you want to keep it where it is most of the time. So allow search engines to index this site. And then under media settings, this is where you can choose different sizes of your images. Generally, the default is completely fine there. So basically what you need to worry about that we've already done: general settings, incorporate your keywords, your tagline, incorporate the www, change the date, go in here to where it says permalinks, change your permalink structure to post name, click on save. Go to privacy just to verify that allow search engines to index your site is checked. And that's the most basic elements you need to have your website, ready to go. And so there's a few other steps you want to do. There's a few plugins that you're going to want to get before you actually go live. And then there's also a few other things that you'll need to do in order to make your website ready. And this again is using the default WordPress theme that's out there.